And you know if you're sitting in the chair, you'll sit up nice and tall in a seated mountain, feet flat. If you're sitting on the floor, I suggest that you have a blanket or a pillow or some kind of cushion, right, to soften and give you some support here. Okay. And then sitting up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back. Good, open up through the heart a little bit. And then let's begin today with hands over our heart. So we're going to tune into our heart and work to strengthen that sense of inner courage and strength that is really at the base and part of our being resilient. So soften your gaze towards the floor. Take a few breaths to allow your body and your mind to settle. Take in any information your body wants to give you about what it needs as you begin your practice this morning, so that you can choose whether and how best to attend to those needs. And we're going to begin with what one of my teachers calls bamboo breathing. So think of your spine as being a hollow tube of bamboo. And as we inhale, we're going to direct the breath from the base of the spine, the tailbone, all the way up through the crown of the head. And then exhale back down through that tube and into the earth. So there's a sense of grounding on the exhale, inhale of lengthening and opening. So sit with that imagery and those nice slow breaths. So we're working with an equal breath here this morning. And now that we have that comfortably established, let's add in our affirmation for today. So as you inhale, I am strong. And as you exhale down that bamboo, I am resilient. I am strong. I am resilient. I am strong. I am resilient. One more time. I am strong. I am resilient. Good. Your next inhale, lift your gaze, open your arms. You can keep the elbows really soft, more of a cactus, and lift the heart. So opening to that inner strength. And exhale, hands come back to the heart, and your gaze can move down towards the floor. So inhale, open, lift your gaze. We're going to do a lot of this kind of movement today, and then exhale, hands to heart. Notice which hand is on top. See if you can switch that this next time. Keep the movement going, flowing with your breath. If you want to add in our affirmation, I am strong. I am resilient. Let's do one more. And then we'll pause with hands at heart for just a moment. Right. Good. So releasing your hands, bringing them to the floor by the chair. Stretch your legs out. So if you're in the chair, you'll want to sit back a little bit so that you can really stretch the legs. And take a moment to flex and point your ankles, maybe circle them, just to bring a little mobility in. They don't have to move the same way at the same time. Good. And then we're going to bring our feet to the floor and take them nice and wide. So if you're sitting, you'll be leaning back into your hands. If you're in the chair, you might hold the sides of the chair or the chair seat. And you want the knees really wide, and it helps to be at the front of the chair. And you're going to take your knees to one side and your head to the opposite. So go side to side with these windshield wipers, turning the head so we get a little twisting or wringing out of the spine. Good. Let's do one more to each side. Good. And then coming back to center, come to hands and knees. You're welcome to stay in the chair. If you're on the floor, you might want the blanket underneath your knees. We're going to move into Chakravakasana, so similar to the almost cat-cow movement we were doing before. So as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the belly in, really arch the back as you bring your hips back towards your heels, elbows to the mat. And then inhale, your lengthen forward. In the chair, it's a similar movement. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, round the spine. So nice big cat-cow. Beautiful. Let's do one more. And let's all end in that child's pose with the spine rounded, hips towards heels. You're going to walk your hands in towards your hips and then pressing into your hands. I want you to stand up on your shins and take your arms overhead. So I'll do this on the floor since most people here this morning are on the floor. Good. Then as you exhale, we're going to take the arms by the side, bend at the hips, and you're going to stretch your arms forward into extended child's pose. We're not going to stay here. Inhale, come into a tabletop, and then curl your toes, and on your exhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling into down dog. Now you release your knees to the mat, uncurl your toes, let your hips float back towards your heels. Bring your hands by your knees, and again, press into your shins, and inhale, bring the arms up overhead. So we're coming to what's called lightning pose. We'll do that again. So exhale, arms come down, and we're going to reach them forward. Inhale into that table, curl the toes, exhale into a down dog. Release your knees, uncurl the toes, come back to extended child's pose. Hands by your knees, press into the floor, come up, and we're going to take the arms overhead. This is our last round. Exhale, arms come out to the side and down, and we're going to fold into extended child's pose. Come forward into table, curl your toes, and make your way into down dog. And stay here. If you need to bring some movement into your down dog, you can. You might choose to lift your heels and come up onto the balls of your feet and then release the heels down. You can certainly pedal the feet, move the hips at all. And then release your knees to the mat and you come back towards extended child's pose. And then this time as you bring your hands into your knees, you're going to sit back towards your heels. And we're going to take a moment. You can either stay on your heels or come up on your shins. And then we're going to make our way up to standing. So take your time. And as you come up to stand, just move around a little bit. I'm just going to make a little change in my screen here. Good. Okay. Excellent. All right, so shake it out, wiggle it out, whatever you need. So we're going to work here in our standing poses with a little bit of breath retention this morning. So we'll start, it's just like a 1 count pause, and then we'll gradually increase that. So let's start in mountain pose with feet parallel. Again, we're going to be rising on the balls of the feet. So if balance is concerned, you might want to have the chair in front of you. And the arms are going to reach out to the side. So as you inhale, start to shift your weight forward, coming onto the balls of your feet, lifting your arms up. You can stay in a wide V if that's better for your shoulders. And then exhale, lower back down. And this time we're going to come up and stay for a count of 1. So inhale up. Pause here for 1, and then exhale. Make sure you're moving with the exhale. We're going to repeat that. So inhale, reach up. This time pause for 2. Exhale, lower your heels, lower your arms. This time we're going to pause for 3. So inhale, come up. Pause for 1, 2, 3, and lower down. Good. Shake out your legs. So we're going to continue that pattern as we now move into a warrior 1. So come to the top of your mat. I'm going to turn a little sideways. And take your right leg back, or the leg closest to me if that works better. Mm-hmm. And we're going to work in warrior 1 here. And we're going to start with the hands at the heart. So that same movement we did seated. So as you inhale, you're going to bend your knee and open your arms wide into cactus. Lift your gaze. So we're opening to that strength and resilience. And then exhale, straighten the knee, hands come to the heart, gaze can move down towards your toes. So inhale, open, lift your gaze, and exhale, draw it in. Let's add a little pause now. So as we inhale and open, we're going to pause for 1, and exhale, hands back to the heart. We're going to increase that pause. So inhale, open, stay for 1, 2, and straighten your knee, hands come back. This time we'll stay for 3. So inhale and open, stay for 1, 2, 3, and straighten your hands, come back to the heart. We'll pause here. Let your hands now come down to the front of your thigh. If you're working with the chair, they can come to the back of the chair. We're going to come into pyramid. So breathe in, and as you exhale, long spine, slide your hands down towards your kneecap, looking out past your toes. Pause here for 1. Inhale, use the strength of your belly to come back up. We're going to do that twice more. So exhale, coming forward. You might go a little further. Hand down towards the shin or the ankle. Pause for 2. And inhale, lengthen back up. Last one. We're going to exhale, come down again to whatever is your maximum today. Stay for 1, 2, 3, and inhale, lengthen. Come back up to standing. Good. Step forward. Wiggle out the hips, shake out the legs. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn to the other side of my mat. You can just switch legs if you want. So I'm going to start in mountain. I'm going to take the leg closest to you back. So it should be the opposite leg if I did this right. And we'll start with hands at the heart. And so as we inhale, the knee will bend. We're going to lift our gaze, open the arms in the cactus. So we're inviting in that strength and resilience. And then exhale, hands come back to the heart, gaze towards the floor. So inhale, open, pause for 1, exhale, hands back to the heart. Inhale, open, pause for 1, 2, exhale, hands come back, the knee straightens. One more time, lift your gaze, open the arms wide, draw the elbows back, pause for 1, 2, 3, and return hands to heart. Good. Pause here for a moment. We're again going to come to pyramid, so bring your hands to the top of your thigh or to the back of the chair. You can always use the chair and come forward in that way. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slowly, slowly move down towards the kneecap. And then inhale, come back up. We're going to pause for 2 at the bottom this time. So we're going to come forward and down. Pause for 1, 2, and inhale, lengthen your spine and come up. And this time we'll come down and stay for 3. So coming down, pause for 1, 2, 3, and lengthen through your spine as you come back up. Good. Step your back foot forward. Shake out your legs a little bit. Wiggle the hips a tiny bit. Excellent. And let's come to now face the long side of the mat. And we're going to work a little bit of balance here. So if balance is tricky, you might want to have the chair. We're going to go from a goddess into what's called like a shooting star. Okay. So you can work this way. We're going to go from here to balancing on one side. So the chair could be helpful for those of you who feel like balance is tricky and you don't want to wind up on the floor. If you're comfortable with balance, then you would start with your hands at your heart. So let's all start with our hands around the chair, hands at your heart, and bend your knees, come into a nice goddess squat. Now, as we shift to the right, we're going to extend the arms or hold the chair, right? So we're balancing on one leg and then come back to center. Now we're going to do the same thing to the left. We're going to shift and open the arms and balance and come back to center. So think about how strong you are and resilient. You can do this. And now to the other side. Good. Let's see if we can stay for a little bit this time. Can you hold and hold and hold? Good. And then come back to center. Beautiful. And the other side. Hold and hold and hold. Good. And come back to center. Good. Straighten your legs, hands to your thighs. Let's take the heels out slightly. And I want you to interlace your hands behind your back. Take your knuckles towards the floor. Okay, so nice open heart here. And we're going to come into a little flow here. So breathe in. As you exhale, take your hands towards your left hip and look down towards your right foot. Good. Use the inhale to come to center. Now we're going to do the other side. So the hands will come towards the right hip and we're going to look down to the left and come back to the middle. Now draw your knuckles towards your tailbone and lift your chin. So it's a little bit of a back bend. Come back to center. And now we're going to lift the arms away and fold at the hips, right? Lifting the arms up and away from the back to whatever degree you can. Use the arms to inhale back up to center. Right? And remind yourself, I'm strong and I'm resilient. We're going to do that again. So arms go to the left as we look down to the right. Pause, be here. Inhale, bring yourself back to the middle, and now go to the opposite side. And come back to center. Draw your knuckles to the floor, arch up and back. Pause, and return to center. And now we're going to fold forward, lifting the arms up and away. Pause, be here. And inhale back up to center. Good. Release your hands, shake out your shoulders, step your feet in. Woo, good stuff. We're going to come back down to hands and knees and work in bird dog. Next, then we're going to work again with that little bit of breath retention. You have the option, if you're working with the chair, to use the chair for support and to do the child and into the bird dog. So I'm going to come to the floor, and we are going to be coming onto our back soon. So if you need a blanket for underneath your head, do have that nearby. So if you're coming to the floor, right, hands and knees, we're going to start in extended child's pose. So hips are back. And we're going to work with our breath retention on the inhale. So as you inhale and come to table, extend your right arm and left leg, and then release them to the floor and come back towards extended child's pose. We're going to repeat that now, left arm, right leg, and release back down. Now we're going to add a little pause and increase that pause with each repetition. So as you come right arm, left leg, pause for 1, and release to extended child's pose. Same thing now, left arm, right leg, pause for 1, and release back to extended child's pose. Back to the right side, let's pause for 1, 2, and release. Left arm, right leg, extend, pause for 1, 2, and release. Last one on each side, so right arm, left leg, pause for 1, 2, 3, exhale, release. So we're pausing the breath as well as pausing the movement, and then pause 1, 2, 3, and release into extended child's pose. I'm going to take a couple of breaths here, reminding yourself, I'm strong, I am resilient. From here, you're going to come forward onto your belly. We're going to move into cobra. If you're working with the chair, you may want to come to seated in the chair. We're again going to work with that little breath retention. So I'm going to show the chair version. That way I can see you, but you're welcome to be on the floor. So forehead down, arms by your side. You want your palms on the floor, but elbows up. Because cobra, we're going to use the hands for support. I'm sorry, I confused some of you. I apologize. By your side, meaning your palms are on either side of your chest. I'm sorry. So as you inhale, start to arch your back, lift your forehead, nose, and chin up from the floor. Try not to crane your neck back, but keep it long. And then exhale, lower down. We're going to add our little bit of pause now. So inhale, lifting up, keep the neck long, pause for 1, and exhale, lower back down to the floor. Really press the front of the pubic bone into the floor as you inhale up. Pause for 1, 2, and release back down. Last one. Inhale, lifting forehead, nose, and chin. Pause for 1, 2, 3, and release. Good. Make a pillow with your arms. If you're on the floor, you can rest your forehead and bend your knees. Let them windshield wiper. If you're in the chair, just shift your hips a little side to side in seated mountain. Good. And from here, you can bring your feet to the mat and roll over onto your back. And we'll take a moment here to bring knees into chest, do a little side rock. And then we're going to move into an open arm twist. So bring your feet to the mat. You will probably want to grab a blanket or something for underneath your head. And you're going to turn towards me right? Just so you can see. And we're going to have the arms straight out in front and stacked. If you're in the chair, right, you'll simply turn to one side and have your arms stacked in front of you. Okay, same idea. Okay, we're going to use this top arm is going to move and take us into the twist. So this top arm, you're going to start to slide up the arm that's on the floor, and it's going to slide and slide across your chest, and you're going to open your whole upper torso into a twist. Right, the knees stay pointing the same direction. It's the upper body that's opened. And then bend your elbow, let it come back to the upper chest, slide across and back down. So now you're again laying on your side. So we'll do that again. So let the hand slide across, open into the twist. Hopefully your arm can come to the floor. If not, make any adjustments you need to so you're not straining in your shoulder, upper back. And then bend your elbow and come across once more. And one more time. Let's open into that nice big twist. Pause here. I'm strong. I'm resilient. And then bending your elbow, sliding it back across. Good. Just bend your elbows, come to your back. If you're in the chair, you'll come and sit at center. And then we're going to turn to the other side. So I'm going to do the next side in the chair. It's okay if you have your back to me, or if you want to put your head at the other end of the mat, that's fine too. All right. So arms are extended. It's the same movement. So that top hand is going to slide up the arm that's on the floor towards the back of the room, and you're going to open into your twist. Good. You can turn your head and follow that hand as well if you want, and then bend your elbow, slide it across, and come back. This is a really nice opening for the chest and upper body. Let's slide it across and open a second time. And then bend your elbow and slide back. We're going to do it one more time. So slide that hand across. Open. Stay here. Remind yourself I'm strong. I'm resilient. And then bend your elbow. Slide it back forward. Good. You can bend your elbows in towards your chest and come onto your back. And bring your knees into your chest. So if you're in the chair, you'll bring chest to knees. And do a little side rocking. Again, most people who are in class today are on the floor, so I'm going to come to do the floor version. And then let's move into a little bit of dead bugs. So with your feet staying off the floor, your shins parallel to the floor, hands by your side. We'll do opposite arm and leg. So as the right arm goes overhead, the left foot will go to the ceiling. If you're in the chair, just take the foot in front of you, right? And then exhale, bend the knee, bring the arm in. And then opposite side. And return to that starting place. Inhale, right arm, left foot. Let's pause for 1, 2. And exhale, bend the knee, hand comes back by your side. Left arm, right leg. Pause for 1, 2. Exhale. Back to start. Last time on each side. So inhale, extend right arm, left leg. Pause for 1, 2, 3. Exhale, bend. And left arm, right leg. Pause 1, 2, 3. Bend the knee. You can hug the knees in. Again, if the chair, you can bring your chest towards your knees. And then release your feet to the floor. And if there's any final movement you need here, so if you want a windshield wiper your knees, or if you'd like a happy baby, some people like that, that feels good to the low back of the hips, you're welcome to do that. But begin to stretch out. I'm going to come up to seated so you're ready for some relaxation. So if you're in the chair and you want to move elsewhere, you can. If you're happy staying on the floor. As you find that place of rest, let your low back and belly begin to sink and soften. Soften through the chest, the upper back, allowing there to be peace in the heart, to tap into that inner strength, that source of resilience. As you rest here for the next few minutes, visualize inner strength as a light that's spreading from that heart space throughout your body, so that you begin to glow from the inside out, a being of light. And silently repeat our affirmation for today. I am strong. I am resilient. 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 Release the mantra. Notice how you feel as you come to the end of your practice. Start to invite in a deeper breath. Begin to explore some movement. In time, bend your knees, roll to your side. So take your time, there's no hurry. Make your way back to seated as you feel prepared to do so. You're welcome to stay longer if you'd like. And let's end as we began, with hands over our heart. Take the gaze downward towards the floor. Sometimes when life gets really challenging, we doubt our inner strength and resilience. And it was my intention here today to remind you of that strength and resilience that is there always, to bolster that inner resilience muscle, so that when life gets out of hand, you will have that inner assurance that you can handle whatever comes your way. So it is with great gratitude that I thank you for being here today, and pray that you be filled with peace and with joy, with love and with light. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.